Hey YouTube, Curtis Spade back. I'm going to do a quick video showing some stuff I got off of Craigslist today, but before I get to that, I'm going to show you two games that I picked up at the pawn shop yesterday on my way home from work. The first one is Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance, and I have it in my own custom case that I made, right there. And I also picked up Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones for the Game Boy Advance, also in the custom case that I made. So I picked these up for $7 each, which is a really good deal. So I started off today. I go to, anytime I have a day off like today, I go to our local Goodwill computer store. What it is a store that Goodwill sends basically most of their electronics. Like all of the Goodwills locally, and we probably have like 15 of them. You know, within a 30-minute radius. And all of those stores, what they do is if they get video games or DVDs or like cell phone chargers, or they're supposed to send it to this Goodwill computer store. So it opens up at 10 o'clock and I get there about 9:40 every morning, and there's usually this really big dickhead. All he does is buy games, and I swear he doesn't have a job. He just sits there and he buys games, and he's always there before me, and I just don't even try to get there before him because it's not really worth it, because I still end up getting some good stuff. But he brought a buddy in today, and so they got in there right before me. And really, when I go there, all I'm looking for are GameCube games, but they have everything. GameCube, not really too many Super Nintendos, but a ton of Sega, a ton of PS2, a ton of sports titles, Xbox, Wii, Xbox 360, and most of the games are like $2 each. The sports titles are 50 cents each. Wii games are usually like $10. So anyways, to cut a long story short, I went straight to the GameCube bin, and there was only like 3 titles in there, nothing I was interested in. And so by this time, you know, I saw them grabbing a ton of stuff, and the guy that usually is there, his buddy, I saw him have a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash in his hand. I was so pissed because it wasn't in the GameCube bin, so he must have picked it up. It was probably sitting over by the register or something. You know, I don't know what he paid for it. He probably only paid like, if I had to guess, probably a few bucks for it. I'm hoping, you know, since it was over there next to the Wii games, I ended up paying $10 for it just because I'm pissed that I didn't get it. But anyways, I thought the day was going to start off pretty badly because I really didn't get anything from there. But a guy did hit me up on Craigslist, and he was willing to sell me some NES games for $20. And I'm like, oh, you know, which ones are they? Well, I had like 15 of them, you know, and I think it's about 15. And I'm like, well, it really depends on what they are, because even, you know, 15 games, if they're like really shitty dollar titles, I don't even want to spend my time on it. And so the first game that I recognized was The Legend of Zelda. So I really didn't even care what the rest of them were, because I was going to pick it up for $20. So I got The Legend of Zelda, and the cart is a little scratched up with the paint, you know, coming off, but I already have a copy, so this is my second one, and I love Zelda, so I'll probably just hold on to it. I also picked up Freedom Force, which I'm adding to my collection because I don't have it, and it's a pretty decent game. I also got Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, and the label on it is pretty beat up, but I don't have it in my collection, so until I run across another copy, this is going to be the one that's in my collection. So I got that as well. And then the rest of these games, I'm either taking to the flea market or selling on Amazon. These 5 games right here, I'm going to take to the flea market just because they're like dollar titles. You got Super Mario Brothers, World Class Track Meet and Duck Hunt on the top. There we go. And it's really hard to see. Then you have Xenophobe. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me take the rubber band Oh, throwing carts in front of the camera. Alright. You got that one. Xenophobe. Wrath of the Black Manta. I'm taking... You know, all these are like basically dollar titles. NFL. If I had to guess, that's what it is. NFL. I don't see any title for it. And Double Dribble. I've seen way too many of these. In fact, that Goodwill store had like 7 copies of this Double Dribble. So I'm going to take those to the flea market and trade it into this guy who does games. And he'll probably give me $1 a piece for it. And you know what? I'll take it, because after calculating it all out, I only spent 77 cents for each game. So hey, I'm still making a little bit of money, and I don't have to worry about selling it on Amazon and sitting and waiting. The rest of these I'm selling on Amazon because they do have a little bit of value to them, but I just don't want them in my collection. I might keep some if they end up sitting on Amazon for a while. But anyways, I got Tecmo NBA Basketball, Super Off-Road, and that's actually a pretty fun game. So if this doesn't sell on Amazon, you know, within a couple weeks, I'll probably end up taking it off and adding it to my collection. The Great Waldo Search, I actually, when I was testing this out, I got hooked on playing it, and I actually ended up beating the game. It's a pretty short game. I probably beat it in like 20 minutes. So it's really fun. Like, same with this one. If it sits on Amazon for a couple of weeks, I'll probably end up just adding it to my collection. And then I got Tubin. This was a pretty decent game when I was testing it out. Maybe the same thing with this one. If it sits on Amazon for a while, I might just add it to my collection out of principle, because it is a decent game and I don't have it in my collection. So Tubin. Then I got a really great copy of Super Mario Brothers 2. I mean, the label is in pristine condition, and so is the back. But the one I have is just as good. So I'm not trying to build up a whole collection of Mario games. So I did throw that on Amazon, as well as I threw Super Mario Brothers 3 on Amazon. And the label is coming off kind of right there in the corner, but other than that, the cart is in really good shape. And so all those are going to be on Amazon, and I'll post a link below to my Amazon page. So after I saw the games, I didn't even realize when I was until I met up with the guy that he was actually selling me an NES console as well. And you know, I didn't ask him if he wanted anything extra for it. I go, oh, so all of this is 20 bucks? He goes, yeah, man, you know, I didn't know people still play these, so I'm surprised I'm able to get rid of it. So I got a power adapter, a controller, and an AV cable, and an NES console. It's the front loader, and I did test it out. It does work, but I probably need to buy a new 72-pin connector for it. And I also got an extra power cord, and it's a Nintendo brand. I got an extra power cord for the NES. He had 2 for some reason, and he just threw it in there. So I either might hold on to it, or I might just throw it on Amazon, because I know people are looking for these all the time. So out of all that, I paid $20, so I just can't beat it. It made up for my day from missing out on the Double Dash. So just leave some comments below. Tell me what you think the best game I picked up today was. And like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all later. Peace.